morning, students. Today I am going to teach you the chapter manufacturing. Now, what is the meaning of manufacturing? Conversion of raw material into articles of utility in large number is called manufacturing. All this is carried out with the help of modern machines and new technology. Now, what is the importance of manufacturing? Industries. Industries provides jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors, reducing the dependence of people on the primary sector. They also help in modernizing agriculture, which is the backbone of our economy. Industries help in removing regional variations by establishing industries in backward and tribal areas. They are important because they help in removing poverty and unemployment in the country. Foreign exchange is earned from the export of manufactured goods. India can diversify its manufacturing industries by processing the raw materials. These value-added products can fetch higher profits. Agriculture and industry go hand in hand. The agro-based industries, its productivity help in increase in agriculture. Agriculture provides raw materials to various agro-based industries, example cotton, jute, etc. Whereas industries provide machines, tools, fertilizers, insecticides, etc. to the farmers. Industries have not only helped farmers to increase their production, but have also made the production processes very efficient. Today, in the world of globalization, we face stiff competition in the international market. We need to bring our goods at good quantity and quality. Now, what are the conditions for location of industries? Now, what are the conditions for location of industries? Manufacturing industries develop in few places which have conditions favorable for the setting up of industrial units. For an example, it is divided into two, that is physical factors and human factors. Now, what is physical factors? Raw materials and climate and power resources. Raw materials. Factories or industries should be located close to the area supplying raw material in order to reduce the cost of transportation. Climate. Climate conditions play a significant role in the development of industries. Continuous rainfall can damage agriculture raw material used in the industries. Production of goods depends on the demand, which itself is dependent on the climate. Example, demand for cotton goods huge in tropical regions, whereas colder regions require woolen goods. Humid climate is ideal for spinning thread. Therefore, cotton textile mills are located in such climatic areas. Textile mills located in and around Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Power resources. Most of the industries are located close to the sources of power resources, that is, near coal fields, oil fields, and hydel power. Iron and steel industries are found near coal mines. Now, human factors. Cheap and skilled labor. Labor is an important factor for successful working of an industry. Transport. A good transport system is essential both for bringing in raw material to the industrial area and for carrying the finished goods to the market. Market. Industries depend to the large extent on the market. This not only reduces the transportation cost but also the movement of good and facilities movement of heavy commodities. Capital means money. The most essential requirement for setting up an industry are land and machinery, goods and good supply of power and raw materials are suitable for established factory. This needs facilities for availability and investment of huge capital. Government policy. Government policy plays an important part in the location of industries. There are certain factors which influence the location of industries. Example, technological education, scientific advancement, political consideration, etc. Industries are normally located around the cities to take advantage of the facilities offered by the urban centers known as agglomeration economics. Now, agro-based industries. Textile industries. The textile industry is significant and very important for India's economy as it contributes 4% towards GDP. It is also responsible for 14% of industrial production, generation, employment for about 35 million persons and for foreign exchange earning. This is the only industry which is self-reliant and complete the value chain, that is from raw material to the highest value added products. Then cotton textile. In the older days, cotton textiles were produced in India with hand spinning and handloom weaving techniques. Then power looms came into use. During colonial period, the traditional textile industries in India suffered a setback because it could not compete with the mill-made cloth from England. In 1854, the first textile mill in India was set up in Mumbai. During World Wars, there was a demand for cloth in UK. Therefore, the British rulers gave boost to the development of cotton industry in India, which was a British colony at that time. There are about 1600 cotton and man-made fiber textile mills in the country. Cotton textile mills are spread over 80 towns and cities, but most of the centers are in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, etc. Now, what are the factors for the responsible for production of textile industries? The factors responsible for production of textile industry in Mumbai and Ahmedabad were abundant growth of cotton in the areas around, humid climate suitable for spinning, cheap hydroelectricity, excellent harbour facilities, availability of cheap labour, large market and financial banking facilities. This industry is closely linked with agriculture and is a source of livelihood of farmers, cotton ball pluckers and workers occupied in ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, packing, tailoring and sewing. It also supports several other industries such as chemical and dyes, mill stores, packing, materials and engineering works. Spinning still continue to be the centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu, while weaving is highly decentralized to promote traditional skills and weaving designs in cotton, zari, etc. Weaving is done by power looms, hand looms and in mills. Next, jute textile. The jute industry in India is traditionally export oriented, providing employment to a large number of people in farms as well as industries. India is the largest producer of raw jute, but it is second exporter of jute goods after Bangladesh. India has about 70 jute mills, most of which are located in a narrow belt along with banks of Hooghly River near Kolkata in West Bengal. Closeness to jute producing areas, cheap water transport by the good networks of railways, roadways and waterways for movement of raw jute to mills, abundant water supply for processing of raw jute and availability of cheap labor from West Bengal and nearby states like Bihar, Orissa and UP were the factors considered for location of jute mills in the Hooghly Basin. Kolkata, being a large urban center, provides banking and insurance facilities. Besides port facilities for the export of jute goods, availability of coal in Raniganj, coal fields and cheap labor were other factors. After partition in 1947, most of the mills remained in India, but 70% of jute fields went to East Pakistan, that is Bangladesh. China now, what are the challenges faced by the jute industry? Challenges faced by the jute industry are synthetic substitutes and competition from Bangladesh, Brazil, Egypt and Thailand. The outdated machinery with low production is the other problem. The industry is one of the leading foreign exchange earner and employs over 3 lakh workers. All efforts have to be made to promote the demands for its product. Now next, sugar industries. After cotton and textile industry, sugar industry is the next important agro-based industry. India is the largest producer of sugarcane but ranks second in the production of sugar. The reason is that sugarcane grow in India has low sugar content and more than half of the sugarcane is used to produce gur or jaggery. Sugarcane is heavy, weight losing. Therefore, mills are located in sugarcane producing areas. There are about 460 sugar mills in the country. More than 60% of the factories are located in the sugar belt of Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. Other sugar producing states are Gujarat, Bihar, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana. In recent years, the industry has shown a tendency to migrate southwards. The main reason being that the sugar content in the sugar cane of the southern state is higher than that of northern states. The crushing season is longer in these areas due to cooler climate. The cooperatives have provided to move more successful in these areas. The main problem of the sugar industry is the high cost of production. This is due to seasonal nature of the industry, delay in transportation of harvested sugarcane to the mills, low sugar content of sugarcane, old methods of production and uneconomical operations.